Hi all. Welcome to the channel. We're heading to Liberia. Liberia is a country in West Africa with a vibe all its own. We're talking lush rainforests, beaches that'll make you want to ditch your shoes and become a beach bum, and a history that's as rich and complex as a cup of Liberian coffee, which, by the way, you gotta try. So buckle up, folks, because over the next 20 minutes or so, we're gonna dive deep into the heart of Liberia. Get ready to explore its hidden gems, meet its vibrant people, and maybe even learn a few words of Liberian English. Trust me, it's a trip worth taking. All right, let's get our bearings straight. Liberia, as we've established, is in West Africa. Think of it like this. If Africa was a classroom, Liberia would be that cool kid in the back, right by the window, soaking up the sun. You know the one, always got a good story to tell. It's nestled right on the coast, bordered by Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Côte d'Ivoire. And let me tell you, the coastline? Stunning. Imagine miles of golden sand, turquoise waters, and enough palm trees to satisfy even the most dedicated coconut enthusiast. But Liberia is more than just a pretty face. It's got a history that's as deep as the Congo River and as vibrant as its traditional clothing. So whether you're a geography buff, a history enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates a good beach vacation, Liberia's got something for everyone. Now, Liberia might be one of the smaller countries in Africa, but don't let that fool you. It's got a whole lot of heart. We're talking about a country roughly the size of Tennessee, but with about 10 times the personality. And believe me, that southern hospitality's got nothing on Liberian warmth. And speaking of warmth, the climate in Liberia is tropical, which is just a fancy way of saying pack your shorts and sunscreen, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. They do get a rainy season, which I'm told is less singing in the rain and more everything's trying to grow mold on you. But hey, that's part of what makes Liberia so unique, right? It's a land of contrasts, where lush rainforests meet sun-kissed beaches, and where ancient traditions blend seamlessly with modern life. So yeah, Liberia might be small, but it's definitely not to be underestimated. This little country is bursting with life, energy, and a whole lot of surprises. Alright, history buffs, gather round. Liberia's story is a unique one, even in a continent as historically rich as Africa. We're talking about a nation founded in the early 1800s by freed American slaves. Yeah, you heard that right. See, back in the day, a bunch of folks in America decided slavery was a terrible idea. Shocker, right? So they formed the American Colonization Society and decided to send freed slaves back to Africa. Now, while the whole sending people back thing is a conversation for another time, it led to the creation of Liberia, a nation built on the promise of freedom and self-determination. And let me tell you, the name Liberia wasn't chosen willy-nilly. It comes from the Latin word liber, meaning free. Now, building a nation from scratch is no walk in the park, especially when you're dealing with the legacy of slavery and colonialism. And let me tell you, Liberia's journey has been anything but easy. They faced challenges from the jump. Imagine trying to establish a new society while dealing with resistance from indigenous groups, political instability, and an economy still figuring things out. Yeah, not exactly a recipe for smooth sailing, but through it all, the Liberian people persevered. They fought for their independence, established their own government, and carved out a place for themselves on the world stage. Sure, they've had their ups and downs, their periods of conflict and unrest, but through it all, the spirit of Liberia, that unyielding desire for freedom and self-determination, has never wavered. And that, my friends, is a testament to the resilience and strength of the human spirit. Liberia, you see, it's not just a country, it's a whole vibe. A beautiful, chaotic mix of cultures and traditions, founded by freed American slaves, remember? American influence meets indigenous Liberian cultures, 16 ethnic groups, each unique, like a pot of diverse spices, traditional dances and vibrant clothing, music that'll make you move, And the best part, Liberians are proud of their heritage. They'll tell you all about their customs and history. This fusion of cultures makes Liberia special. Experience the familiar and the exotic. Diversity isn't just about tolerance, it's about celebrating our differences. Those differences make life interesting. Let's talk about the heart and soul of Liberia. Its people. Liberians are known for their warmth, hospitality, and resilience. They've been through a lot, but always come out smiling. They'll welcome you with open arms and make you feel like family. Family is everything in Liberia. It's a sense of community you don't find everywhere else. The spirit of its people makes Liberia special. That, my friends, is the true spirit of Liberia. All right, folks, buckle up because we're about to dive into some serious eye candy. Forget your boring, crowded beaches. We're talking about Liberia, baby, where the sand is golden, the water is crystal clear, and the palm trees sway to the rhythm of the waves. Imagine this, you, a good book, a refreshing coconut in hand, and nothing but the sound of the ocean breeze. That's the kind of peace you can expect on a Liberian beach. It's the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. From the golden shores of Robertsport, known for its world-class surfing waves, to the tranquil lagoons of Lake Piso, where you can kayak through mangroves and spot exotic birds, Liberia's coastline is a treasure trove of natural beauty. And for those who like to explore beneath the surface, the underwater world is just as captivating. So, pack your swimsuit, your sunscreen, and your sense of adventure, because Liberia's beaches are calling. Just try not to get sand in your shoes, it's a real buzzkill. Now I know what you're thinking. Trevor, beaches are great, but I'm more of an active vacation kind of person. Well, hold your horses because Liberia's coastal areas have got you covered too. We're not just talking about sunbathing here, folks, although that's perfectly acceptable too. Picture yourself exploring historic coastal towns like Buchanan with its colonial architecture and bustling markets. Or venturing out on a fishing expedition, trying your luck at catching some of the local delicacies. And for the adrenaline junkies out there, how about trying your hand at surfing the legendary waves of Robertsport? But it's not all about action and adventure. Liberia's coast also offers a glimpse into the country's rich history and culture. Visit the ruins of former slave trading posts, a sobering reminder of Liberia's past, or immerse yourself in the vibrant local communities where you can experience traditional music, dance, and storytelling. So, whether you're seeking relaxation, adventure, or a cultural immersion, Liberia's coastal areas have something for everyone. Just don't blame me if you end up extending your stay. It's that kind of place. Alright folks, trade in your flip-flops for some hiking boots because we're about to venture into the heart of Liberia, its lush rainforests. Now when I say lush, I mean Jurassic Park level lush, minus the dinosaurs, hopefully. We're talking about dense canopies, towering trees, and a symphony of sounds that'll make you feel like you've stepped into a nature documentary. Imagine walking through a tunnel of emerald green, sunlight filtering through the leaves, creating a kaleidoscope of light and shadow. You can almost feel the humidity clinging to your skin, but it's a good kind of humidity, the kind that makes you feel alive. And the best part? You're never alone in these forests. They're teeming with life, from curious monkeys swinging through the trees to colorful birds putting on a show with their exotic calls. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a pygmy hippopotamus, which is basically a tiny, adorable version of the real thing. So, grab your binoculars, your bug spray, and your sense of wonder, because exploring Liberia's rainforests is an experience you won't soon forget. Just remember, watch out for those vines. They're sneaky. Before planning your rainforest expedition, let's talk about conservation. These forests are vital to our planet's health, acting like giant lungs. They absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen, home to countless unique species. Liberia protects its heritage through national parks. These parks safeguard biodiversity for future generations. We all have a role in protecting these ecosystems, support sustainable tourism, and respect local communities. Consider Liberia for your next trip, and if you see a pygmy hippo, tell him Trevor says hi. Welcome back to our Liberian adventure, folks. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of the rainforest. Liberia's got its own all-star lineup, like pygmy hippos, and the elusive zebra duiker, a tiny antelope with zebra stripes. Plus, the life of the party, chimpanzees, and the majestic but endangered forest elephants. Protecting these forests is crucial for all these amazing creatures. Now, if you're a bird enthusiast, Liberia is a paradise. We're talking over 600 different species of birds, from the majestic African fish eagle to the vibrantly colored kingfishers. It's like a symphony of chirps, tweets, and calls echoing through the trees. And you know what they say. Where there are birds, there are bound to be some pretty cool reptiles and amphibians too. Liberia doesn't disappoint, folks. We're talking about chameleons that change color faster than a politician's promises, and snakes with patterns so intricate they'd put the most skilled artist to shame. But let's be real, folks. No trip to the rainforest would be complete without mentioning the creepy crawlies. And Liberia has its fair share, from giant snails that make escargot look like a side dish to colorful butterflies that could rival any fashion show. So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the incredible diversity of Liberia's wildlife. It's a reminder that there's a whole world out there just waiting to be explored. But up next, we're leaving the jungle behind and heading to the bustling streets of Monrovia. Welcome back to Liberia, everybody. Today we're ditching the bug spray and venturing into the concrete jungle of Monrovia, the nation's capital. Now, Monrovia is a city of contrasts, where you'll find crumbling colonial buildings standing shoulder to shoulder with modern skyscrapers. It's a city where the past and present collide, creating a unique energy that's hard to resist. Imagine strolling down streets lined with vibrant markets overflowing with colorful fabrics, fresh produce, and the aroma of spices that'll make your nose do a happy dance. That's Monrovia for you. It's a sensory overload in the best way possible, but amidst the hustle and bustle, you'll also find tranquil beaches where the Atlantic Ocean gently kisses the shore. It's the perfect place to escape the city's energy and just soak in the beauty of the Liberian coastline. And speaking of beauty, let's not forget about the people of Monrovia. They're known for their warmth, resilience, and infectious laughter. They've been through a lot, but their spirit remains unbreakable. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity, joy can still be found. Monrovia isn't just a pretty face, though. This city has stories to tell, folks. It was founded in 1822 by freed American slaves and named after President James Monroe, a supporter of the colonization movement. Now, we could get into the complex history of that, but let's just say it's a reminder that freedom and opportunity are often hard-won. Today, Monrovia is a bustling hub of activity, with a growing economy and a vibrant arts and culture scene. You can find everything from traditional Liberian music and dance performances to contemporary art galleries, showcasing the talent of local artists. And let's not forget about the National Museum of Liberia. It's a treasure trove of artifacts and exhibits that tell the story of Liberia's rich history and cultural heritage. It's a must-visit for anyone who wants to delve deeper into the soul of this fascinating nation. So there you have it, folks. Monrovia, a city of contrasts, a city of resilience, a city that's rebuilding and looking towards a brighter future. But hold on to your hats, because up next, we're diving into the delicious world of Liberian cuisine. Alright folks, get ready to loosen your belts and grab a napkin, because we're about to embark on a culinary adventure through the flavors of Liberia. Now, Liberian cuisine is like a delicious melting pot, borrowing influences from its West African neighbors, a touch of European flair, and a whole lot of soul. First up, we have to talk about rice. It's the heart and soul of Liberian cuisine, the base for countless dishes, and the glue that holds it all together. Whether it's fluffy white rice, savory jollof rice, or hearty rice and beans, you're guaranteed to find a rice dish that'll have you saying, give me more. But let's talk about the real star of the show, fufu. This doughy delight made from cassava, plantains, or even potato is the ultimate comfort food. Imagine dipping a warm, fluffy piece of fufu into a rich, flavorful soup or stew. It's the kind of food that hugs your soul and makes you want to lick the plate clean. And speaking of soups and stews, Liberia has an abundance of them, each more flavorful than the last. No culinary journey through Liberia is complete without experiencing the vibrant street food scene. Imagine the aroma of grilled meats and fried plantains. Vendors offer roasted corn and savory meat skewers. Try kala, a Liberian donut with sugar or sour cream. Perfect for satisfying your sweet tooth. Don't forget the drinks. Liberia's ginger beer is refreshing and spicy. Try palm wine, a sweet fermented drink. Liberian cuisine is diverse and delicious, from hearty stews to sweet treats. It's a culinary adventure. Stay tuned for more. All right, folks, let's talk landmarks. And no, I'm not talking about those giant chicken statues you see on the side of the road. I'm talking about places with history, places with stories, places where, frankly, something actually happened. Take Providence Island, for example. This place isn't just some random island you stumble across while looking for a good snorkeling spot. This, my friends, is where it all began. Back in the 1800s, freed American slaves landed on this very island, establishing the first settlement of what would become the nation of Liberia. Can you imagine arriving on these shores after everything they'd been through, ready to build a new life? Talk about pressure. I mean, I get stressed if I forget my headphones on a long flight. These guys had to build a whole nation from scratch. So yeah, Providence Island, definitely worth a visit. You know, to reflect on history and maybe catch a tan. It's all about multitasking, people. Now, if you're looking for a landmark with a different kind of history, a little more faded glamour, a little less founding fathers, then look no further than the Ducor Hotel. Picture this, a luxurious hotel perched on a clifftop overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Sounds nice, right? Well, it used to be. Back in the day, the Ducor Hotel was the place to be. We're talking celebrities, presidents, you name it. Everyone who was anyone had graced its halls, sipped cocktails on its terrace, probably gossiped about each other while admiring the sunset. But then, like a faded Hollywood star, the Ducor Hotel fell on hard times. Civil war will do that to a place. For years it stood abandoned, a haunting reminder of Liberia's turbulent past. But don't worry, there's a happy ending. There are plans to renovate the hotel to its former glory. So who knows? Maybe one day we'll all be sipping cocktails on the terrace, reminiscing about the good old days. Or at least the good new days. Now let's dive into some interesting facts about Liberia, because who doesn't love a good trivia night? Am I right? Here's one that might surprise you. Did you know that Liberia is actually Africa's oldest republic? It's true. Founded in 1847, it even predates the United States' official recognition of its own independence. And speaking of the United States, you won't believe this, but Liberia's flag looks eerily similar to the American flag. I mean, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but come on, Liberia, at least change the colors a bit. Just kidding, just kidding. But seriously, the Liberian flag, with its single white star on a blue field and red and white stripes, reflects the historical ties between the two nations. You see, many of the settlers who arrived on those shores were freed African Americans seeking a new beginning. So naturally, they drew inspiration from the land they had left behind. Now let's talk about something that unites Liberia with the rest of the world, football or soccer as our American friends like to call it. Now Liberia might not be a global football powerhouse, but let me tell you, They are passionate about their football. We're talking next-level passionate. I mean, they even have a former professional footballer as their president. That's right, George Weah, once a striker for AC Milan and Chelsea, traded in his jersey for a suit and tie. Talk about a career change. But it just goes to show how much football means to this nation, and here's another interesting fact. Did you know that Liberia is home to Africa's first female president and Nobel Peace Prize laureate? That's right. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf made history not once, but twice. She's a true inspiration, proving that women can achieve anything they set their minds to, whether it's leading a nation or winning a Nobel Prize. Or both. Well, folks, there you have it. Our whirlwind tour of Liberia has come to an end. We've explored its history, its culture, its stunning landscapes, and its resilient people. From the beaches to the rainforests, from the bustling streets of Monrovia to the tranquil beauty of Providence Island, Liberia has something to offer every traveler. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, book your flights, and get ready to experience the magic of Liberia for yourselves. Who knows? You might even bump into President Weah on the football pitch, or maybe even share a cup of Liberian coffee with a Nobel Peace Prize laureate. The possibilities are endless. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Let us know in the comments what you found most fascinating about Liberia. See you in the next video.